If you already know that you want to get started using MyOpenMath, building assessments, using this tool in your courses, you can skip this video. But what we're going to talk about here is how you can get into MyOpenMath as a demo student, to click around through some courses other instructors have created to get a feel for how the system works. In order to do that, after visiting myopenmath.com, we'll enter guest in the username field, leave the password blank, and click login. What we can see on the left is a list of courses that other instructors have created, and as this demo student, we can go in and experiment with. We can look through how they set up their courses, we can look at how assessments work, and what that student experience would be like. One thing to let you know though is that this view, the way we're seeing this, is set up administering a course through MyOpenMath. Things will look and feel a little bit different if we connect this to Canvas, which we will talk about in later courses. MyOpenMath integrates really well into Canvas, and then all of their navigation would be through Canvas. Just what they would see would be the individual assignments. But we can navigate through here to find an assignment to see what that would look like. For instance, we'll go to this beginning algebra course. We can take a look at how this instructor set up their course. But again, this view, if you're connecting to Canvas, if you're embedding this resource in Canvas, students won't see this information. But we can navigate through here until we find a homework assignment. And here we'll open up the Unit 1 online homework. There are some directions here, but when a student's ready, they would click Start. Some additional directions, and then we can navigate to that first question. In this case, we have a question with multiple parts. Depending on how the instructor has set up the assignment, whether it's a homework assignment, a quiz assignment, an exam assignment, you have the opportunity, some of your interactions change. This is set up as a homework assignment, meaning we can answer the questions one piece at a time. So I've put in a 4 for this first box. I haven't read the question. I'm sure that answer is wrong. And I will submit my answer, and I'm told that that's wrong. We'll try that again, and we'll enter another value. So similar to other homework systems, you get multiple attempts at that question, and after enough failed attempts, you'll get a key, which gives you the correct answer to that portion of the problem. Now I know the correct answer for that before I move on to the rest of the problem, especially if the rest of the problem builds off that first answer. But again, if we set the assignment up in more of a quiz format or exam format, it would require students to complete an entire question or the entire assessment before they see any grades. But we can see how answering and how entering our answers works in this system. Again, if you're on the fence trying to decide if MyOpenMath is something that you want to invest more time in, something you might want to integrate into your courses but you're not sure, poke around through some of these courses, take some assessments, see how the answer entry works, see what happens when you get incorrect answers, correct answers, and explore a little bit before you dive into this much deeper.